pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First down, Greer. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. The first carry now. This is Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Gun, Greer. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
On the carry.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Greer. Screenplay, Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Point after.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Vikings nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go play action with Eason. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Greer. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
It's Johnson. A gain of 3, second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Harrison. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, right? Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Here we go on 4th. Greer looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit.
To T.J. Hockenson.
T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Vikings nothing.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun is Eason. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Complete. Jefferson the target. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Give to Cook out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Eason. His pressure too strong. Down he goes. Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Vikings send out their punter. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 59 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Lions 21, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing is Issa. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Cook on the carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Cook, a first down and more. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Minnesota. A very solid gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Now Eason.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Eason sets to throw it.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Play action. It's Eason.
The trap was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun, Eason. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker. And these guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the turnover, here's Greer. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw, Greer. Now they go screen. It's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Micah Hyde. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. But he lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Just beating the play clock. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. A play fake, now Greer to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Greer. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. There's a 20th carry for Johnson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Greer. Set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Lions add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back. Get themselves reasserted and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Eason. First down past the 40.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and
Well, we
10.
talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Gain of 29.
He got 29 yards that time.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27.
Here's Eason to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening, still ended up with a solid game.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
Eason.
That'll be complete to Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On third and 2, Eason. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
15-yard line.
Play action. Eason. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Lions 28, Vikings 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To start the drive, they'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Greer looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it to Greer. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain
on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. On the ground, this is Johnson. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Greer. Takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Eason. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Gould is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Operating from the gun, Eason, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Greer. He'll get this one to Galladay. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Galladay. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Pushing through the contact. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 11-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Lions 45, Vikings 22.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Eason. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1st and 10, Eason. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Eason. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the gun is Eason. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the gun, Eason to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now this likely a must-have, third and goal. Operating from the gun, Eason to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on fourth and goal. They'll run for it. Cook, and he's not going to get in. They stopped him at the 1. Cook turned away on fourth and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Today's final score, Lions.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.